Hey guys, welcome to day 7 of the 12 DIYs of giveaways. I am so excited about today. We are making off the mat characters, which has been something I've never done, and I was really excited to try it. Before I go, just let me know if I'm muted, if you guys can hear me, if everything is good, if there's not like a fire going on behind me. I am alone today, no co-host, but that means we can get to more crafting. I'm gonna share video 7 of my story, which I thought I had already shared, but I didn't. So yesterday, Dustin mentioned how Esther played a big role in his story. Today, I'm gonna share how I met her and when I fell in love with her. So swap those two stories in your mind and then it'll make so much more sense on why it's such a cool story. Okay, first I want to say thank you to Expressions Vinyl for sponsoring today. Again, Expressions Vinyl has everything that you need for Oracle products, Caesar products, glitter vinyl, lots of different products, and they have a new vinyl club that they are giving away a year to one lucky winner who donates to this giveaway. So there will be, but you'll also get a $400 gift card on top of that to Expressions Vinyl. So that's super exciting for you guys. Another thing is all of my members have a 15% off code always to Expressions Vinyl. And that is found on the member page under partnerships. You can find the coupon code for that. And they are amazing. Anytime you shop from shopantite.com, you're actually supporting Expressions Vinyl, but we also try to keep our prices a little higher than theirs, so we support Expressions Vinyl at the same time, but when you're a member, we drop a little below them. Just a perk to being a member, but we really want to support our community of other vinyl companies like Expressions Vinyl. Cool. It says we look and sound great. Thank you. And if you want to donate, or if you're not already over here, antite.com, and you click the Africa, and you will be on the hub for this giveaway. And so that you can purchase tickets to all of the different sponsors, including the Expressions Vinyl one, and you'll also be able to watch this video right there. So if you're not there right now, you can pop over there so that the more you hear about the Africa fundraiser that we are doing, you will be able to donate and not miss a beat. So I just want to say thank you, Expressions Vinyl, for being a part of this giveaway. My sponsors are amazing, and I have such a good relationship with you guys, and I am just so grateful to have Expressions Vinyl in my life. And out of all my sponsors, Expressions Vinyl and I are probably the closest, so I am just so grateful to have that relationship with them. So support them. If they have a mystery box coming out, try to get it if you want to see what they're offering. They do an amazing job at coming up with some really creative stuff. And right after this series, we're going to be crafting our stash, so we'll be ready for more vinyl because we are doing the Craft Your Stash Challenge after this series, where we're going to literally grab all the things that we have unfinished or things that we've wanted to do, and I'm going to challenge you guys to craft with me through the Christmas season. We are locked down again in California, so I'm not wasting any time. I'm going to be spending my time in my house crafting this Christmas season. Okay. Let's see. What do we need to do? We need to give a total before we start this craft as well. Yesterday we ended strong with some little baby mini giveaways at the end. I think we're going to do that again throughout any video that we do. We're just going to throw out random things that we want to give away for milestones that we hit in the giveaway. Let me go back. We are starting today at, my messenger keeps giving me a rainbow wheel. Do we have it in the chat, Stephanie? You want to put it in the chat and then I'll just read it? How about that? I know there's a lag, so it's going to take a second. Okay, I got it. We are at $5,430 starting out. So I want to see how much we can raise that number in the next hour. So ask any questions you have, and I will try to answer them while we craft. Let me go into what you're going to need for this project. When I decided to do these, there's a few ways to do them. You can do them with cardstock. You can do them with cardboard, cardstock, and I don't know what else, stencil and paint, I don't know. So I designed these so that you just use 12 by 12 inch sheets. I know that some people have the rolls of 48 inches or 24 inches even, and I did not take into account that because I just didn't. So you can still make them even if you have those, but we did it all on 12 by 12 inch sheets, and I did not need that much. So I went to Michael's and I was gonna get cardboard, but then I realized in the art section they have these corrugated plastic sheets. Oh, that's what they're even called. Plastic corrugated sheets by Creatology. They're plastic, which I was like, can I cut that? I don't know. If I had like a hot wire or something to cut this with, it might be easier. Or like, does anybody on the craft market have like a heat cutter that cuts plastic? Because that would be cool. But I just grabbed I've been meaning to grab the Cricut knife blade, whatever this is called. What is this called? The X-Acto knife. I love this thing. Winner chicken dinner. Was that how you take it? I don't know. I haven't played with it enough. But good X-Acto knife. Love that X-Acto knife. So I ended up cutting it. I probably won't cut with you guys too much on here just because it takes a little bit of time. That's probably the part that takes the longest of these. Surprisingly, you would think cutting the vinyl takes the longest, but it's really cutting the plastic with your X-Acto knife. Sorry you had to run out for a minute. How do we get the files? Where we donate, I get the donate image, but not the others. So they are in a zipped file, so you have to unzip them. When you unzip that, it's gonna be like Christmas because there's a bunch of files in there that include Max, Cindy Lou Who, and the Grinch. I named those files the size you need to make them. So the Grinch is designed for 6 feet. He's big. I started making him and I was like, we're not going to do that one in the live because he's big. Cindy Lou Who is 3 feet and Max is 2 feet. You can make them smaller, but then you're going to end up, not maximizing the stuff you need. So for Cindy Lou Who, I needed 2 pieces of vinyl for her dress, 1 piece of vinyl for her face, which I'm still debating if I want to keep this her face. I thought it was cute because it was glittery, but I'm not sure, so I kind of stopped there. 1 little scrap of blue for her eyeballs, and 1 color of a creamy or a yellow for her hair. And this one was from the Rapunzel pack from back in the day. So it's Oracle 651. I wish they had their colors on the back, but they don't. It's a creamy yellow color. But if you're like me, you have some of those colors a lot because you don't use them very often. And I was able to scrap together Cindy Lou Who, Max, and most of the Grinch out of all the stuff I had. But I really didn't need much. And then for Max, which is what we're going to make today, I need the littlest amount for Max. So I only needed 1 board and 2, not even 2, 1.5 of the browns and 1, not even a full sheet of orange or yellow, whatever you want to make his stick on the top of his head. And I also tried to, and then there's white in Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch, so I cut them all at the same time, so if there were any overlapping colors, like I also did the Grinch's eyeballs out of this. Oh, that's his eyes right there. Good to know. That's the Grinch's eyes, and then there's her hair. They're the same color, so I cut them on 1 sheet together. So with these big characters, if you have overlapping colors and you cut them at the same time, you can save space on your material. I could not download the Africa SVG. Okay, so if any of the files are not working, I don't think it's an SVG, it's a PDF, which I'm supposed to be getting today, Smashing Ink. I just got the notification that my shipment is out for delivery. I ordered that from Smashing Ink so that I can make onesies and shirts and cute things with our Giving Tuesday logo, and then also that Africa. Hopefully I'll get to sublimate on the pre-show on Instagram tomorrow if it comes. But I'm also going to be putting some on tumblers and testing out some more sublimation stuff that I'm so excited about. Okay, I believe business members have access to everything that Craft Day members do. Yes, 3 tiers for our membership. We have Craft Day Creators, which gets you access to all the crafting SVGs, files, everything, thousands of files. We have something really fun coming out on Monday for you guys that we've been working on for a while. We have personal use images in there, and we also have commercial use images, but you can up your membership to the $13 membership, and then you get the same things, but you get the commercial rights. So for $5 more, you get commercial rights to be able to sell with your crafts. But if you're a business member, you get commercial rights as well. But you also get access to a lot of other fun stuff that we do for me to support you in your business. A success story right now is April from Tis So Sweet, Tis So Sweet Treasures. I don't want to say it wrong. But we unboxed her bag and she just went bananas with orders this Christmas. So I will unbox products from you guys. I will watch your branding. I will encourage you guys to refine, and I teach you guys a lot of cool things. So, okay. Amazon sells the foam cutter that will cut plastic as well. It's kind of like a wood burner, but a long needle-like attachment to cut through styrofoam like butter. Candace, send me the link ASAP. Well, I'm gonna just do max, and then I'm gonna order that, and then I will try to do that if I get it in time in the pre-show for Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch. I'm like dreading cutting the Grinch out because he's huge. I've only got his butt done and his legs, and he's already this tall and he's like this wide so far. So I'm like, I do not want to go in with an X-Acto knife and cut around him. And you'll see that with Olaf, this thing is really sturdy. It is. And I cut just this little triangle at the bottom so he has like a base. But what I'm really going to do is I'm just going to duct tape a stake to the back so I can stick him in the yard. And I'm also going to glitter Mod Podge these later. So I'm not going to do that in this video. It's going to just take too long. But I do want to go into any questions you might have. I started with him and did him like a sticker. Basically, I peeled each piece off and hand laid it down. I didn't want to waste transfer tape. And I don't know if I would do that. I would probably not do that and then just go in with the little pieces at the end and use those like a sticker. Because these parts were fine for stickering. But this guy and this guy, I got him a little messed up. I did his little arms out of glitter vinyl, all Expressions vinyl. So Oracle 651. And then if you've never bought our glitter adhesive vinyl on either Expressions or Shop Antite, we carry a different type of glitter vinyl than like the stuff that drives you insane. So it's solid. It doesn't have any texture to it, so it cuts and weeds like butter. You do have to cut it a little bit thicker. That's why I didn't finish weeding her face, because I forgot to change the settings. It is a little thicker than vinyl, but it weeds and transfers like butter. So it is amazing. That reminds me of a fun Africa story. I need to share some fun stories as well. I know in one of my Lion King videos, I shared the cute story about Asante Sana squash banana. Butta is another one. So when we are there are a lot of different international volunteers, and there are so many different accents, like all over the place. So I think on our first trip, we had someone from Wisconsin and 2 people from the Netherlands, but 2 different areas from the Netherlands. So their accents were completely different. And then you've got the Kenyan accent and then our accent, which the Kenyans like to tell us we sound like we talk with our noses plugged. So that's how we sound, or I sound. And one day we were talking about stuff and someone just said butta, and I was like, butta? I was like, it just was not coming to me, and I was like, butta? What is butta? And he's like bread and butta, and I was like, butter. He was like, butter. So I either say butter or butter. There's no other way to say butter now. So if you're going to say butter, it needs to be said like that. And I'll share my guacamole story in a little bit too. Because so many fun things happen when you are volunteering and doing fun things over there with people. You're bonding. It's all the fun things. So any questions? I'm literally just going to do this and you guys can watch. If you need more than one plastic sheet, I just take black duct tape like this that I got at Michael's. This is Art Minds. And I duct tape the back of them together and then I vinyl over a seam with one of the bigger pieces if I can. So it's kind of dually held together with duct tape on the back. And because this is plastic, the duct tape sticks like ridiculously good. It's not like cardstock where it'll rip it, you know? Like the cardstock will like fall apart. This is plastic. So it's like legit held together. Okay. Tamara ordered a 7 Dwarfs bag from April because of my unboxing. She's gonna have to hire someone, man. Her bags are so cute. Should we give away a roll of transfer tape? Oh, Stephanie, I think that's an amazing idea. Who wants to win a roll of transfer tape? This is a 100-foot by 6-inch roll of transfer tape. It will last you so long. I've lived off 3 rolls in my lifetime of crafting. And I haven't even used all of them. I just have one in a lot of different areas of my craft room. But I've taken them to events back when we used to be able to do those and shared it. And people have used this. And here I am like, I don't want to waste any, but I have so much of it. So what do we need to do for them? What is our total we want to get to? And who crosses that line is going to win this instantly right now. To enter to win this, you have to donate. You have to be a donor to the giveaway. And we will, what's the threshold? What were we at before? We were at $5,430. So I think anybody who puts us over 5,500, that person who gets us right at that number, is that good or are we above that yet, Steph? I know you have a lot of behind the scenes numbers to crunch. I know it's expensive in Australia. One of my goals, okay, we want to get to 5,600. So whoever gets us to that mark, literally the person who donates at that total, like you don't have to give $5,600. You just have to get us to that point. And the person who crosses that finish line of that will get a 100-foot roll of Expressions vinyl transfer tape. Okay? Oh, you know what else we could give away today, Stephanie? I'm going to text you right now. I gave you another thing that we can give away. Remind me in a little bit for our next milestone what else we can give away. Okay, so we're going to get to 5,600. If you don't know how to donate, you want to go to antitay.com and you want to pick a prize that you want to enter for and donate to that prize. Your name will be entered into a drawing to win something. We are going to have over 40 winners just for that, and we're going to have probably another 40 winners for all the little giveaways we've been doing. We just feel very generous this year. We just want to give. I did not do a Black Friday sale because I wanted to focus on this and I just wanted to give. I was not able to do this last year. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm going to pin this, can I? Actually, I'm just going to copy yours because I can't pin yours. And I'm going to pin mine. So message is pinned to the top of the chat for you guys to be able to donate. If you're rewatching later and you want to know how to do this, welcome. You get to watch a whole fundraiser video. Yay, Lisa. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, so I'm just going to lay down some transfer tape. Now, see how piecey he is? We want to use transfer tape for this. We might be able to do this one by hand, but we want to use transfer tape for this because it is... We ain't about that life, all right? We are not going to be trying to piece this guy together by hand. So, at $6,000, can we win a mixed vinyl pack? That would be a great idea, but I think we're going to even give stuff away before $6,000 because I love the idea of you guys winning for just being here and putting us over those thresholds. But I text her what we're gonna give away next, and right now we're working on the vinyl, the transfer tape. Can you guys see, like, when my brain goes into active crafting, that's when I turn into mush. I was watching the replays and I was like, okay, when I'm crafting, that's when my brain is like, I can't focus. But when I'm just directing and talking, I'm fine. So having a co-host to help me craft is probably the more important thing I need in my life. Okay. So again, this is 100 feet. We also have 12-foot rolls of this as well. People love this because it's not super sticky. You'll see Lauren use it a ton in her videos. She's done it in takeovers, the craft scraps. She's done it on her channel. She loves this transfer tape. And Tanner Bell loves this transfer tape as well. These are people who I was like, hey, do you want to test this out? We'll have you show it in a video. And they are like never going back from other products. Okay, so I'll just start him at the bottom. Okay, so the ticket with this transfer tape though is it is not very sticky, which makes it so nice for when you're putting it on your project. If you're using cardstock, this is going to be a dream because you don't want your transfer tape to rip your cardstock. Because this is plastic, we don't have to worry about that. But we want it to come off. It doesn't come off of this step the easiest, but it saves you way more of a headache by saving you on the second step. So you got to learn good removal techniques. So we're going to flip it upside down, and you can burnish a little bit more, which is where you rub it. And yes, the wider tape, we have a 12 inch. I just love this roll. It's easier for me to use. I feel like just with small little crafts and stuff, plus I can use big crafts. I'm seeing some donations rolling super close to 5,600. We'll do another at 5,750. Keep going. Woo! Okay. So, and what I text you stuff, we can also give out the ones that are coming out this week as well for more. This is going to make me want to hang out with you guys even longer if we're just going to keep giving stuff away. Okay, so you flip it over and you want to peel back at a 180-degree angle. And we're going to do the rock back and forth method, but I'm holding the vinyl down at the same time. So these big projects and me, we love each other. You guys know me and vinyl are probably not the best friends, but these large projects, I'm all about them because I'm like, woo, that made weeding a dream. That made transferring a dream. Yay, thank you for donating. I do need to share my part 7 of my story. Oh, we almost lost his ear. Got it. Okay. Now we are done with that. He is so cute and little that I'm so living for the fact that he's going to fit on one of these boards. And you can get any color brown you want. If you don't like this like goldy brown, you can definitely get a different brown. I picked the goldy brown because realistically he's darker brown, but I didn't want him to blend too much with the background. So I picked a color that had a little shimmer to it. I wish I knew the color of it, but it's a shiny, glittery one. Why rock back and forth? Brittany, I'll tell you what they told me when I was in labor. Was it me? Was it me or was it my sister? So one of us was in labor, and I think it was my sister. I feel like it was my sister because I remember it well. She didn't want to breathe. She was like, I don't want to breathe. And the nurse was like, okay, let's try a contraction without breathing. And then we'll see if it feels better or not. And she felt like she was going to die after not doing that. So that's the only thing I could think about when you ask why rock back and forth. It's like try weeding without rocking back and forth. And you'll probably figure out why. It's just, I don't know why it works better, but rocking back and forth just helps pick up, I'm sure there's a way better answer than that. Okay, do you see the magic happening right now though? Watch this. With regular transfer tape, you're gonna make me look like a fool over here. It comes off and it picks your vinyl up and it's kind of a pain in the butt. With this transfer tape, which I'm gonna reuse right now on this, you don't have to worry about that. Once it's on, the transfer tape comes off and the vinyl stays on. Like, a lot of people get deterred because that part is difficult, but they don't make it to this part of the project to realize, like, it's amazing. And I'm so sorry that story had to come up. It was so random, but it was like the first thing that popped to my head. Just past 5,600. Okay, you guys ready for the name? The name that won the 100-foot roll of Expressions vinyl transfer tape is Layla Garcia. Congratulations. All right, the next thing that we are going to give away when we hit 5,750 is a Disney-themed HTV pack. So we are going to do the Mad Tay Party pack. But again, the way we're giving these out is we're going to give you a gift card for the same price as that product. If you want a different pack, like maybe one that's coming out in this week, you can also buy that one instead. So right now we're going to give away a Mad Tay Party pack, which is a vinyl HTV, a heat transfer vinyl with glitter and patterns. And I don't have one on hand because I've pulled it all apart to make things with, but it's amazing. So go ahead and donate. We will announce when we pass that up, and I will announce a winner. Yeah, it's HTV, not vinyl, just because I want you guys to know it's valued at a lot more than vinyl packs. Because our vinyl packs, do you guys want to see me come out with more vinyl packs? I totally thought about it after making these. I was like, I need to have a vinyl pack that has all the colors that you need for this project in it. So like a Grinch pack would have these colors. You don't have to worry about piecing them all together. But we used to have a Hakuna Matata pack and a Ariel pack, and I don't love vinyl that much, this type of vinyl, so I didn't use them very much, but I actually am dipping into some of the colors. This one is from the Hakuna Matata pack, so that worked out perfectly. Okay, so again, I'm going to rock back and forth. Why it works, let me try to give you an actual answer. It just really helps you guide and make sure that you're not losing any pieces. But again, the more you play with it, the more you will realize it's just the best thing to do is rock back and forth. No, I lost him. That's why. So if I was rocking right here, I could pick that little guy up. I almost lost his head. I also wanted to bring you guys on a down shot. Let me get you guys that really quick while we're working on this. Teresa says, vinyl packs, please. Okay, I'm going to make this come down so you guys can see from the top down. Is that better? So you guys can see a little bit better of what we're doing. Okay, loved the Hakuna Matata pack, says Candace. And loved the Christmas pack. So our Christmas, oh, we did have a vinyl Christmas pack, did we? We did, huh? Okay, another downfall to this is it's not clear. So it does make it a little difficult for projects like this when you are going to lay them down. But I'm just gonna pull it up like this. I'm gonna flip this around so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're dealing with big things today. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up like this so that I can see the lines. And I'm going to line up all the pieces. So I'm going to start here, right there. I have a feeling this is not going to be great. If he wasn't so PC, I would just do this by hand. Actually, I'm going to go. Why is this easier from this side? Of course. No, we don't want to do that. We want you to go there. Okay, so I'm lining up his little ear. And then Line him up. I feel like he's gonna, oh wow, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, so just take your time trying to line it up. Burnish him. And peel him. So there is a little gap, tiny gap right there. Not super mad about it because I am going to glitter Mod Podge these and bling them, not in this video, sadly. Okay, so let me show you how you do this part by hand. So basically, trim off the transfer tape right along the vinyl. Perfect answer. What am I doing with my life? Okay, so he goes like this. I'm just gonna peel this off. You guys get what she meant? If you trimmed the transfer tape right at that line, you'd be able to just line it up. See, you guys are vinyl masters and I'm not. And you're gonna see right here why vinyl is great for using like this, but am I doing it the right way? Yes. This goes around his head. I also have this open in Design Space so I can visually see where the pieces go. So, so that's like having the box to your puzzle is important to have in front of you. That's what I do. I keep it, the actual sliced version in front of me, especially when you're doing the bigger projects, because that is when it'll get confusing. Like when I go to do the Grinch's shirt, I am going to time lapse it for you guys so you can see. Donated, getting close to 5,750, they said. Stephanie said. Okay, and then this part goes like this. So he's really little. Honestly, because he's little, he's taking a little bit longer. I did the Grinch's body this morning, and you can kind of see his little corner right there. And the big parts actually don't take long at all. Okay, so now we go in and we cut. And it's annoying. But you take your X-Acto knife and hold this up. And I go just about like quarter inch off of the outside of where the vinyl is. And you just slice like this. Because it's plastic, it's pretty tough. And I just do these little slits and put on a movie, Christmas movie, and get to cutting. So I'm just gonna do right around this part right here so you guys can see the technique. So I just stab and move, and stab and move. But it doesn't take too long to go around, it's just tedious. So I am about to order, let me go back to here. I am definitely about to order that plastic cutter that you were talking about. Okay, so we're not to 5,750 yet. We're gonna play part 7 of my story where I fall in love with Esther and Emmanuel. And then when we come back, hopefully we will be at that giveaway number, and we'll give away an each TV pack. All right? So the thing that Christ Hope does, and this what I'm trying to raise money for, is the children. And the children are where my heart is. The children are my happy place. When I go to Africa and I see them grow and get stronger and get educated, I am happy. And I love that we can raise money for them. So our first trip that I met the children was so memorable. So many stories, but I'll just share Esther's. I know I've shared it before, but I will share that story because it's going to continue on through the series and my entire Africa story. So we met the children and we did VBS and got to play with them and feed them lunch and hang out with them. And the littlest of all the children was Esther. She had this cute little white hat on and she was just adorable, and she would steal your heart as soon as you saw her. Everybody loved Esther. She was just teeny tiny. And we were playing soccer or football, and I started to play with about 6 or 7 boys. And we were playing football, and slowly, one by one boy would get tired and leave until it was just me and Emmanuel, one on one. We played and played and played. And I said, I will continue playing as long as this little boy wants to play with me. And he would not relent. He was 10 and he was way more athletic than I was, although I was very fit at the time. He was so much more athletic than I was. And he would not relent. And we played until we were asked to stop playing. And I remember we were both so tired, but we didn't want to stop because both of us, he was probably thinking, I will play as long as this Mzungu, which is what they call white people, is here to play with me. And so we would just be so tired, we'd fall on the ground and just laugh, and then we'd get back up and kick the ball again, and then we'd be so tired, we'd sit and we'd laugh, and then we'd get back up, and I just fell in love with him. And the day was over, we had done our ministry, we'd done everything, and some of the kids walked home, and Esther and Emmanuel were two kids that got into the bus with us for us to take a little ways so that they could walk back to their hut or their home. And Esther was put on my lap, and I, being 12,000 miles away from my 3-year-old, just enjoyed having a little 3-year-old to cuddle for a second. And she was so shy and timid that it was really the only way I would have gotten to see her and be that close with her. So they put her on my lap, and I just kind of snuggled her, and she fell asleep. And I just remember that moment feeling like it lasted forever. She sat in my lap, and I just cuddled her and just thought, I want her, but I know that we're making a better life for her with this organization. And we pulled off to the side, and Emmanuel gets out, but as he's getting out, he grabs Esther off my lap and slings her on his shoulders and walks her down this path. And that was when I realized I had not just fallen in love with one, I fell in love with two members of this family, Esther and Emmanuel. So we did not have child sponsorships at the time, but as soon as child sponsorships opened up, these were the kids that I sponsored first. I knew I needed to be a part of their lives forever. And it has stemmed into so much more than just helping Esther and Emmanuel. We've been able to help over 150 kids just from my church, and Christ Hope International helps thousands of children. Yay! All right, so I cut while you guys were listening to that, and I got all the way around his antlers. So I got almost all of his antlers done in that time. I wasn't cutting like the entire time because it wiggles this table a lot. But I did get a good amount done. If you guys don't believe me, it is done. But you just kind of get in the flow and then you get it moving. But people have suggested some things. Plus, we do have a winner. We got over the $5,750. So we will do another giveaway. Do you think we can fit another one in? The winner of the Anti-Tay HTV pack is Taylor Harris. All right, so thank you, Taylor, for donating during that time. Super excited for you. Some people were wondering where to donate at the link above. So there are items that you can purchase, and it's a raffle ticket basically for that item. So if you buy the Dream Cart raffle ticket, you're basically buying a ticket for $5 to be donated and entered into that. The sun is creeping in. My towel needs to be over there. Okay, so do we want to do one more winner, or do we want to wait till tomorrow to do more winners? I am going to be, let's do it. 6,000, here we come. Mixed bling, a mega bling. Love that idea, Stephanie. Okay, when we hit $6,000, someone will win mixed bling right now. So go donate, go donate. And if we, do you think we'll make it? Do you think we'll get there? Should I start on Cindy Lou Who so we have something to do while we wait? So basically we'll cut him out. So I'll cut all of these and have them to show you tomorrow in tomorrow's live. Can you see how much the sun, that window is killing me? I learned science. Apparently the sun, I literally moved like my whole studio to this side because the sun typically goes like this through the room, through those windows on this wall. And it's over there now. So Dustin was like, yeah, the sun doesn't just move. It like literally moves that way by the winter time. And then it'll come back and move this way, north and south. And then it goes that way, east and west. Sorry, I know what the sun does. Anyways, when will the winners for the larger items be announced? Okay, Grace, you can join us on the 12th or you can watch after. You don't have to be present to win. On the 12th day, we will be giving away all the prizes and announcing all the winners. So obviously there are bonuses to being here with us live, and we will do lots of fun things until then. The 11th is going to be a showdown of the final number. So we will close this giveaway on the 11th and announce all the winners on the 12th. So if you can't donate today or you want to donate tomorrow, we will have this giveaway is open till then. Where can I find the plastic that you're using? At Michael's in the art section. I had no idea it existed. I just went there for cardstock and then I was perusing around to see if maybe there was something else I could use, and I found these. And so I'm all about that. I'm going to cut this off so I remember that those go with the Grinch. So Cindy Lou Who, should we do you without a face? She also needs more than one piece, but she doesn't need a ton of piece. She just needs like just a little extra piece. So you could cut, I could literally use this piece for the rest of Cindy Lou Who and cut that off if I want to. So for Cindy Lou Who and Max, you really only need 2 of these if you want to size Cindy Lou Who at 3 feet and Max at 2 feet. You can fit both of them onto 2 of these guys. Need 45 of the 140 watchers to donate $5. Easy peasy. Thank you guys so much for always donating. I see a lot of people here who are so active in our community and just always supportive of everything. And I really love our entire group of people who are always hanging out. If you are new and you want to be a part of that OG regulars, get to know us. We're really awesome. There's some really awesome people in this chat right now. We hang out on Zoom in my business member meetings. In 2021, we are starting the 6-week course classes, and we're also opening up some Zooms for our craft members that will be doing some master crafters coming in to help you learn some of your basic techniques that you need to know. Thank you for donating, Taylor. Welcome, Sally. Are you using the X-Acto blade to cut through or something stronger? No, I'm just using the X-Acto knife. So it works, but is it the ideal thing for a piece of plastic? For projects this size, I want to get the metal thingy. So can you pop a link in here, or is that not doable? Donate and sign up for the business membership, says Kim. 2 important things. Thank you. Yes. So if you want to start a business or own a business, our business membership is for you. If you're just a crafter or you have no desire to learn anything about business, you just want to be able to sell things, You can sign up for the commercial use rights membership. If you just want to craft, sign up for the crafting membership. What is the cart that your Cricut maker is on? Where is that from? This cart is actually from Michael's, and I actually gave one away, I think in video 2 or 3. So this cart I just purchased at Michael's, and I'm in love with it. I had my Cricuts on one of those metal rolly carts that I got on Amazon that's more like industrial, that I spray painted white. And I ended up getting this one. It has four thingies, so I put my toaster oven on the bottom. You guys can't see that, but I have just added a toaster oven to my craft room. I am not really liking the fact that I'm buying these bigger things for my craft room, but trying to find creative solutions to store them so that I still keep this space. I think for people who follow me, you guys kind of know my battle. It's not really a battle. It's not an issue at all, but it's just my internal, it's kind of like mom guilt. I have business guilt. My business takes up a lot of our home, and we actually bought this house so that I could work from it, but we're in like a thorough way. If you want to go to our backyard, this is one of the ways you can get there. If you want to go to the bathroom from the backyard, the fastest way to get there is through this Christmas tree right here. And so friends who see the Christmas tree now are like, I can't go through there. And I'm like, this is my office. This is where I work. But, you know, so it's kind of like in your face, in our home. The kitchen's right there. For me, it's perfect. But then when I want to entertain or whatever, I feel like I have to just get this space cleaned up, and people hang out in here, and that's fine. But it's just one of those spaces that I'm like, I want it to look clean and pristine and pretty, and just not a thing when you craft all the time. So one of our goals is to build a studio a little on the second story somewhere on our house. I don't know how that's gonna work, but that's kind of a goal. Sounds like my house. Yeah, and you know, in the beginning stages of my business, I had to do what I had to do, okay? So I was like, yeah, the dining room table, it's a craft table. But as you become to get more successful in business and you start to need more space to be able to get toaster ovens, as this is what spurred this whole conversation. I don't want a toaster oven in my living room, and I don't want to eat a heat press in my living room, and I don't want 800 Cricuts. I only have 3. I don't want, you know, all these big old things that I really would love to have in the craft room, but I don't want in my living room. Yes, you can sublimate tumblers with the toaster oven, and yes, I do have something coming from Smashing Ink today that I'm dying to try out. So I'm going to try that out today, and hopefully in the pre-show tomorrow, sneak peek it. But it also is for a gift for somebody, and I'm hoping it works out. But it's going to be something, it's going to be cool, and we're going to have templates for you guys. Oh, another thing you guys got in your file, which I have not talked about at all, is the new Strata Koozie Cup template. I made those a while ago, and I forgot to give them to you. So the Strata cups are a cup that everyone loves. I came out with a koozie that fits their tapered 22 ounce, 16 ounce. It's the good one. We'll be using it a lot in the Craft Your Stash, because I have every color of that cup and I need to make those and give those away. So we'll be doing that in Craft Your Stash. I'm in that situation at the moment, waiting on getting my she shed soon. Yeah, and you know, so one of the things is lighting, which is dumb right now. Like, can you see this? Can you see that lighting? It's getting worse. You can see this line right here is literally creeping in. Dustin hung a janky towel on the other wall for my evening lives, but then my morning-ish lives are like killing me. Smalls right here. Who knew there's these things called curtains that I could probably put up? I need to go get some curtains like today. I think I'm going to go do that actually right after this video, before our stores close down. Tomorrow we are going back into extreme lockdown. So got to go do some last minute pickups before that happens. Try to find other people to share the space with, which will lower the rent costs. That's awesome. So that's another thing that I'm dreaming up. Like, what parts of having my office outside of my home did I love and what parts did I miss. So the parts that I really missed when I worked outside in an office was being able to craft at like 2 in the morning if I was up and I wanted to, pull a late night craft sesh. I couldn't do that in my office, and every craft supply I had was at the office. So finding a space that is safe enough to be late, or keeping my craft supplies here and having full on craft supplies, a duplicate of all the craft supplies at another space. Get sheets, won't lose light, but won't have sun. That's a perfect idea. Again, we're in the living room, so when people walk in and they see bright lights and sheets on the windows, they're like, are you doing something you shouldn't be doing? I don't know, it just always feels like when my studio was in the front room and I had the studio lights on at nighttime, our house looked like a house that you weren't sure about. The window would be glowing so bright, and you'd be like, what are they doing in there? Are they growing something? What is going on in there? And most of my neighbors know what I do, but still, it just wasn't cute. So having a studio with good lighting, but also a part of the home so I don't have to leave, but also has all the craft supplies that I need, and then also is high enough, because if we put a she shed, I think you guys have seen our backyard, it is sunk. Our house is up and our backyard is sunk, so anything down there will just lose light. And so I'm like, okay, something high. So we're thinking above the garage would be great, because our house is here, our garage is here, we have on top of the garage that we could definitely do something to. Plus, I'm gonna hopefully be reelsing all the house projects for you guys. By reelsing, I mean put on Instagram Reels, if you didn't get that. Because I'm obsessed with making Instagram Reels. They're so easy and so fast and so fun. What's the additional file that is supposed to come with the icon art raffle? So every file comes with every single donation folder. Every single thing that comes with it comes with the same thing basically right now, because I just dump it all into a folder and upload it to every single listing. So it doesn't really matter which one you donate to, you'll get the same files. But your icon art stencils that you'll get are the "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him," "Merry Christmas," the Nativity, and the "Welcome in the Home" sign. Which one of the things I wanted to do with these files was, if you're not a member, kind of give you a taste of some of our SVGs, some of our icon art files, some of our sublimation, some of our 3D letters, our paper crafts that are going to come out. So we're going to be releasing a lot of things. Are we close to 6,000? You put a hefty goal up there, Stephanie. How's it going? Are we getting there? We're going to be giving away, what are we giving away at $6,000? I already forgot. What are we giving away? I forgot. Will Dustin be your contractor for the space above the garage? He did a fantastic job on your bathroom. Yes, Carol. So basically, Dustin tries to do everything, but he forgets that he has a full-time job. So when he picks up a project, it takes a lot longer. Having the pool be done, we were like, wow, people who do this day in and day out from sun up to sundown, they get projects done. So yes, he would actually be the builder of it. We might contract out some of it, but when we bought this house, I went live a lot in the process of buying this house. So it was back in the time when I was live all the time. So if you guys have been here since then, you guys get to see the actual fun that this house has been, even though it's a big project. We looked at house after house after house. We looked at so many houses, and they were just, some of them were finished and we didn't like them, and then some of them needed work but wouldn't work for what we needed, not enough work to be okay, it's a fixer-upper, but it needs a little bit of work. And then some of them were just ridiculously expensive but ugly, and then some of them were ridiculously cheap and not working for us. So this was the first house we looked at. And then it was the last house we looked at as well. And we would go through like a filter system when we buy a house. So we'd, go into, does it have the space we want? Is it versatile so that I can work from it? Which is actually one of the things that it wasn't. This house was like, it's doable for me to work out of, which is funny because that was like one of the number one reasons we bought this house. And then does it have entertainment space? Because we love hosting. What's the yard size so that, our kids can grow up with a yard, and then the neighborhood and all those things. And this house had everything, but it was huge. This house is big for California, and it was cheap for California, and it needed a ton of work, but it was all cosmetic work. It was not foundation. It was not roof. It was windows, but we got that done in a day, thanks to 18-hour windows or whatever they're called. Yeah, I remember when we moved too, we always move right in the holiday season. So we've lived here for 2 years now, and we've finished the kitchen, the master bathroom, refloored the whole entire house, got new windows, the bathroom down here. We have not painted except for in this room, and because there's vaulted ceilings in this house, I don't want to paint. It looks terrifying. So because we're a tri-level house too, at the bottom of the house versus the ceiling in some areas, you need like 3-story ladders. And so the next criteria we do when we looked at the house was, what will Christmas look like at this house? And the girls did not like this house that much until I reminded them that was on our criteria, and Landis's face just went, this house on Christmas time would be amazing. And so that was kind of like the deciding factor. And fun fact, the house that was second on our list, one of our good friends actually ended up buying, and they're renovating that house. So that's been kind of fun to watch too, because that was like our second contender. We were like, okay, but that house is this and this. So we definitely have a lot of space in this house, but that means the projects are bigger, a little bit more expensive. But even this summer, because we're putting the pool in, we did the numbers, like we crunched the numbers. Okay, Stephanie said we're not quite at 6,000. So if you want me to finish talking, you got to get me to 6,000 so I can end this live. All my craft stuff is my bedroom, all over on carts and on the walls and on shelves. Yes, that is how craft rooms go, right? So, what was I saying? We bought this house, and then that's our house. We're fixing it up. I don't remember we're putting in the pool in. So, with COVID, everything shut down. We normally would go to the gym and swim, and we'd go to the gym to get out and work out and stuff. So I had to, put the gym in our garage. And by gym, I mean a mat on the ground and my elliptical. But I had to start using that again. But the pool, we crunched numbers, and I was like, okay, well, we could sell the house for what we've already put into it. We have a ton of equity in it because of the amount of work we've done on it. And then buy a house with a pool, or that's finished or semi-finished with a pool. And we crunched the numbers because the market is so high right now. We were like, or we could just put a pool in for like a fraction of the cost that it would take to sell this house and buy another house. Although it's an amazing market to sell in if you're in the California area. I don't know how the market is in other, I know it's going to crash though. Like, I don't know. Anyways, we have to make some changes to our craft rooms in 2021. We're going to start with the Craft Your Stash Challenge. Do we have 6,000 yet? The light is blinding me. So if we don't hit 6,000, we're going to try to start it tomorrow. But anybody who puts us over 6,000 is going to win that bling, the mega bling, okay? So I'm going to get going unless I see an update. We are not quite at 6,000, but we are close, right, Stephanie? And what is our ending number? We need a total for our ending number. We want to put in a pool next year. I can't wait. Do it. If you can find somebody who contracts out for all the parts, I know it's like a confusing thing, but we reached out to pool companies and they were like, everybody's building pools right now. We're booked until March. And we ended up finding somebody who, used to build pools, and he like jumped into the game during COVID just to make some extra money. And what he does is he contracts each part out. He gets your permits, and then he has like all his little teams that do all the little steps. And our pool legitimately has had 4 days of work on it, and needs plaster and tile, and it's done. So come on, peeps, let's get to 6,000, says Candace. Do the last person who donated. What are we at, though? Did we lose you, Stephanie? Are you there? Okay. Wow, we are so close, though. We're $40 away. We're at $5,960. I think we can do it. I will be blinded. I will be gladly blinded to, let's try that. Expressions vinyl for the win, blocking the sun. And what else can I put on there? I don't know. Some duct tape. A little bit better. Okay, super close. I even just donated again to get it closer. You guys are so funny. So just remember, more people can donate if you're watching the replay. I know we went into a lot of random stuff today because the craft itself is really simple. It's just tedious to cut them out. So here's Max. If you're just joining, I will work on the Grinch today. I'm gonna go get myself a sheet or some curtains or something to hang up on that window because we've got another noon live. But guys, you guys aren't gonna miss me after the 12 DIYs and giveaways because we're doing the Craft Your Stash challenge right after. We'll be using so much of my supplies, and you guys can use up all your supplies and craft with me. Super close, super close. Okay, did we get there? Because I want to announce the winner. The winner will get a mega mix of bling, and it'll be so exciting. So once he's cut out, let me see if I can show you. That black turns into his little outline. Go. So he's going to look like that. You see that? And this turns into like an outline of him. And so instead of cutting black vinyl, you just use a black backdrop. And you can do that on cardstock. And you can do it with cardstock on cardboard. All that. $30 away. Come on, we got this. It'll take forever. $5 away. That means the next person who donates is going to be the winner. I love these live videos too, Kim. It's like making me remember why I loved doing this with you guys. Savage Mom said I just donated 3 different times. Guys, make sure you're watching your bank accounts too. Don't just donate for everything. But you guys are really making a difference. I love it. Thank you. I'm so torn. I'm like, the budgeter inside me is like, guys, just blink. But at the same time, I'm like, we did it. Woo! Okay, we're at $6,000. The name is coming in, and I will tell you who wins the mixed bling. Hopefully you guys all win things in the giveaway day, because I'm excited for you guys. Okay, let's see. We're waiting on it, waiting on it, waiting on it. I'm waiting on the name. Waiting on the name. The suspense is killing me, Stephanie. And maybe she's picking the name or finding the name. Okay, it's coming. I see the dots. And the winner is Gina Minetta. Yay! Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow, we will be making the wood nativity. We'll be using Icon Art Stencil again, and chalk paint, and more chalk paint, and I'll go into the difference of chalkboard paint versus chalk paint. Remind me tomorrow to explain that if you're confused on that. PayPal has an error in my payment. There will be more options to win, and we will be doing this for the rest of the series. We will have these little baby milestone giveaways where you'll know the winner right away. But again, we will re-announce you on Saturday as well. Yeah, Saturday is our last day of this. Tomorrow we're doing nativity. The next day we'll be doing print and cut stickers, and then we'll be doing interchangeable Disney bows, which you don't want to miss that one because those are my favorite. And then the last day we will be doing the gnomes and the angels sock characters, and those are super cute too. So you don't want to miss any of it. But you want to go to that day too because it's going to be the final showdown. All right. Final number. Wow, guys. You guys came in with another $115. We're at $6,115. And if you guys don't remember from our first giveaway that we did, our first donation day that we did with Christ Hope International, $10,000 feeds 50 children for an entire year. So if we can pass that $10,000, we're locking down an entire Care Points food for the entire year. So if that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what else will. But if we can donate $10,000, we just fed an entire Care Point for the whole year. That will make them feel so much better. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow with our live wood nativity craft. Same time as today, 12 p.m. PST. Bye, guys.